you're taking this back step, and you're controlling largely from the mirror side, and as it goes into that hole in the ground, oh man, we just turn the corner. So you have a nice Shochugeiko. And this is largely based on how your hands wind up on the ground. So this hand's pretty much doing the same thing both times here. It's either going to stay in control or not. If it stays in control, this hand's kind of loose in space, it didn't need it, in other words, well then we're going to hit this next line of Shochugeiko. If this goes and winds up in this hand, and this is the controlling hand, well then we're off for the ride for Shinagi. So you can't always determine how you're going to wind up, which hand's going to get in charge. You think, well, in kata you can say, well, I'll do this to this and this to that, and I'm always going to make this action. But in reality, in randori, and in self-defense, hell, your hands start flying, their hands start flying, you wind up in places, and then you live with what you got. And that's what this is about. They're both the same throw, just from two different sides. Think about it. And it's two different sides because you're winding up with a different hand control. Cool. So, those two elements are basically like that first four, where functionally you're doing the same thing again. The big element is not to throw it again. The big deal is actually putting them in this hole. And you can do it with this hand on both sides, or you could think about it with this hand if you wanted to. Either way. Cool? But basically it's that dropping back and setting them in a hole. And once they're in the hole, riding the next ride. Home, rise up, and away. Cool? Or set them in the hole, rise up, and away. And that's it. Those are the two big elements for the back step. The back step, again, comes in a lot with Shochugeiko because it's linked in the timing function. It's also late. The kata that we're actually going to study, probably tomorrow, is in the same sort of late timing. But it's also under the condition where you don't have a bunch of space. The thing that's happening in Shochugeiko that's really different than Owaza Jupan is in Owaza Jupan we presume you're in a dance floor. We presume you have open space, that you can move your ass around and be uninhibited by running into stuff too much. You know, you can do it real big. You can do it small, but the general presumption is that there's plenty of room to work. And the general presumption in Shochugeiko is that you're stuck in a box. You are in a small, little confined area that you have to function within. And if you get out of it, you know, you've broken the rules. You bumped into stuff. Because bumping into stuff in the middle of a fight is a bad situation. You know? As long as you can freely move and have everything cool, yeah, that's great. But you get all tangled up with somebody and then there's, you know, a third party bumps into you, or you run into the table, or you go into the wall, or over, you know, into the chair or the coffee table. Wow, everything gets more and more chaotic fast. So, operating in tight spaces or between two parked cars. I mean, here we are, this is a car, this is a car, and the guy's in here, bam, and I throw him into this car, bang. Well, geez, he didn't go very far. And now he doesn't have to recover balance because the car's absorbed the energy. You know, he's bouncing off the damn car, so what? He's right back in your face. Oh, man, you know. So running into stuff and working in those confined spaces require tools like this back step and like this body drop and like this turning of the hip function that we played a lot with. Cool? Cool. The last one in Owaza Jupan, well, we'll do that last. For now, yeah, just the back step. And it's like you're walking together. You don't have to do it this way, but my foot's hit the ground, oh! And you're having to pull this off. Now that's a little tough to walk together and make it happen sometimes. So just put your weight on this foot and just step back on that. Just to give yourself a sensation. Cool? Cool? All right. And work Shochugeiko and Shinagi. Cool. Nice, nice.